of Strata Control Technology to our lecture number 10 of 7th January 2021. We are little bit facing less cool climate, so I think you must be very active to start the class. But before that, let me know whether my voice is reaching you or not, so that I can start sharing the slide and start our class. Before that, if you want to have 1-2 minutes grace time to get joined your other beloved friends, you can also utilize this time to ask any doubts, any queries, if any. But at least one person should unmute and tell me whether my voice is reaching you people or not.
Yes, sir.
Swati, Piyush. So now shall I start the class now? Shall I take attendance? Ours is a learning-based education. As I told you, it is to improve the skills. Skill India, Digital India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, everything, depending on your attentiveness. When you say you are attentive, then we will start. So shall I start now? I have taken attendance.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So now if any queries you can ask. Now let me start sharing the slides. Let me know whether my screen is visible or not. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So welcome to our Strata Control Technology MN6142 lecture 10 at 10 a.m. on 7th January. All
Hello.
with New Year wishes to everybody, right?
Sir.
So already we started discussing about classification of rock mass after our as a part of course the module 1 of our strata control technology course, and some of the course materials. Any problem?
Sir, yesterday class you have said that we will start with why horizontal stress more than vertical stress.
Very nice. This is what I wanted to hear from you people. So now anybody could think of whatever I think Nitesh was talking, right? Anybody could think of why horizontal stresses can be more compared to vertical stress. Any responses? Just for 1-2 minutes only. No, I should not take much time. Already you must have done a lot of homework, but it is very simple to understand. Now you just imagine you are able to see this phone.
Yes, sir.
Right? Very good. So now you imagine this is a surface of our earth crust, right? Mother Earth. Then at 100-meter depth or 1 kilometer depth or whatever. Now, for example, at 100-meter depth, I want to know what is a stress, right? And in general, suppose if this material is uniform material, homogeneous, and it is just formed and not subjected to any type of geotechnical failures or disturbances, no fault, nothing, no hole, nothing, right? Then it would have been very simple for the vertical stress if it is rho GH, right? 2.5 for sandstone, then 2.5 means that is the density, right? Then 2.5 MPa will be the stress which is subjected in the vertical direction. And suppose in general sense, when you consider this, because this is from the surface, this is a boundary, but on the sides this boundary is infinite. You followed? This side, this is infinite, this is a globe, okay, infinite. But this is a finite surface. This is a one boundary. Other boundary how to fix, right? That is the reason why we do lot of assumptions even in the modeling and so many things, right? But here, just to understand in a very simple layman's terminology or language, now this is, if it is stress 2.5 MPa, in general sense, it would have been around 2.5 MPa in this direction also, whatever, right? That is the way how people used to think and used to assume and do so many things. But later, when it was observed that sometimes it was very high, low, and so many things were there, then people started thinking about, especially people like our Nitesh and those who are there in a very cool and warm climate, right? Rajasthan, तो पाकिस्तान बगल में नजदीक में है, प्यारा people है, they are very good friends for us. So you will be thinking more about why this is less or more, right? The reason is, now you just imagine this earth crust when it was formed thousands or millions of years back. So that was a level at zero level, one hypothetically some x is its RL, reduced level. Then later, over the period, hundreds of years, millions of years, do you think this earth, whatever is there on the surface boundary, will it be same or it will be reduced or increased? Any ideas? Anybody? Will it be reduced or increased? This is the surface of the earth. Any ideas? Okay, no problem. So here, now what happens in general sense, there will be so much of you learned in geology, weathering, right? It can be erosion, so many things, right? So now you just imagine here for our, just for understanding hypothetically, that this over the years, millions of years, then 50 meter reduced. You just imagine 50 meter got reduced. Then what will be the vertical stress? Any idea? Vertical stress is subjected to because of the gravity. Then it should have been 2.5 by 2. I mean 1.25 MPa is a vertical stress. But what happened, that can be understood by anybody, because vertically instead of 100 meter, now the same point is subjected to 50 meter depth or 50 meter of the overburden material. So that's why vertical stress is now reduced by 0.5, I mean 50%, right? So if that is the case, what happens to the horizontal stress? Now I think you must have got some good point. Since this horizontal vertical stress, this boundary is fixed. Now that boundary reduced, but in the horizontal direction, this boundary, this is infinite globe, right? This is not reduced, right? Then compared to vertical stress, horizontal stress will be high or low? Yes, no?
Yes,
Then
sir.
only I can understand whether you are able to hear my voice. Nitesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
वेरी गुड, देन आंसर मिल गया, ठीक है? आपका जो भी फ्रेंड पाकिस्तान का जो भी दिखेगा दिखेगी उनको भी समझा देना ऐसा, ठीक है? दे आर वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स, राइट? So because they were there with me as one of the guest of honor in World Conference in Dubai. Pakistani एक मैडम थी, ठीक है? They are very good people. Okay, then now you understood, this much is sufficient for today. So that means vertical stress reduced, but it has horizontal stress not reduced. Then the ratio of vertical stress to horizontal stress or horizontal stress to vertical stress, there is a change or not? So now, in addition to that, there may be so many valleys and then hills and then faults. This changes the total stress regime. Are you happy, Nitesh?
Yes, sir.
Is it fine? Okay. So that happiness you give to others will make you more happy than the happiness you receive. तो बगल में पाकिस्तान वालों को भी हो happiness, उसको बांट देना, ठीक है? Happiness should flow like river water. Now shall I continue? Are any other doubts? Nice. So now as per our module 1 part of classification systems, I know very well, except that 20 students who are from MTech, others are already exposed to this. So that's why I don't want to repeat so many things which already learned by my other students of final year. I mean, in BTech, in support designs and all, are as a part of about this introduction about the classification, but more about the present situation in some minds. I think that will make it will be more useful. And as I told you, some of our final year students, then they are all in contact through our WhatsApp group and so many things. And our MTech students also can interact with them, with me, so that we will go. And depending on the requirement, definitely we will go in details into any parameters that is open. And even MTechs also will be having their laboratory where they will be testing in their rock mechanics or geomechanics lab also. So it doesn't matter. But if there are any doubts, definitely we will discuss further. Now, coming to the CMRI, ISM, whatever the name, we said rock mass classification. Before that, let me tell you for many others who are not mining engineers by BTech, and also refreshing for all the students. After all, why classification is required? A very simple answer is, it is just to quantify something so that a similarity of the rock mass, right, can be even interpreted, right, so that any strata control measure, since we are talking about a strata control technology, any strata control measure which is successfully or which could be applied, experimented, and it is success or a failure. Now people can understand, if in this condition it is a failure, this may also be failure in the similar condition somewhere. How to know that similarity of that? At the same time, in some condition, in some X mine, Y mine, in X country, Y country, in this continent, Y continent, whatever. So in that conditions, this technology worked very well. This support system worked very well. Then how to implement that and how to not exactly the same classification developed starting from. This is also very simple to understand. Somewhere when you take even a rock or even the persons, right? So persons, they are this color, black color, red color, white color, whatever. That is also a classification. Are a small, short or long or tall or whatever, right? That is also something like a classification. More than this, same thing like a thick seam, right? So in Japan, more than 2.2 meter, here 3.5, 4.8, some type of classification to understand and apply any control measure or strata control measure, since we are talking about in the similar condition somewhere, you should know or you should be able to talk about that rock mass. That is the reason why rock mass classifications were developed starting from long back, our very age old Lofshers to even our Barton Binyavski from South Africa, other countries, Australia, US, whatever, right? And then later, why this name is given as CMRI ISM, Central Mining Research Institute, Indian School of Mines. In fact, it should have been CMRS, Central Mining Research Station and Indian School of Mines, rock mass classification. That is the way the name was given. Very simple. It is a PhD work done, as our beloved students are also doing here and there for their MTech, BTech and all. Good project works when it is done, and that will lead to some good implementation in our conditions. That is where I encourage our industry oriented type of works. And even here also, I would like to tell you, some students used to ask me over a couple of days that there is a provision of changing the project work to the theory course, something like that. Okay. In general, I prefer or I recommend as a faculty advisor also, to take up some type of project so that that will broaden your understanding of the field or the situations, right? So the same thing I am telling from here. So how this classification was developed, or after developing, how it is implemented and made as not universal but nationalized, okay, for our in India. Otherwise in USA they call coal mine roof rating, you note down. I have not written here. CMRR, you may be seeing coal mines roof rating by USBM, by NIOSH, so many things. Different types of names people have given for their own countries and for our country, right? So one of our beloved colleague scientists, he was working on this, Dr. N.M. Raju and Dr. Venkateshwar Venkat, right? With Professor A.K. Gosa from Indian School of Mines, professor. So he was a guide and he was a scientist. Then they developed, then they tried to apply to many mines, around 60, 70 mines. Okay, so this is the way how the name was given. And after all, why we should develop another classification? Why not the classification which was already developed in some other countries like Benavsky classification, okay? Or Rachmas classification Q, or somebody else, or even as it is CMRR, coal mine roof rating from US or USBM, NIOSH. Why can't we utilize? Because there are some, these are all some type of empirical relations, right? Empirical relations have some limitations under that domain, the data, whatever is the sample collected, right? So in that sample population only this can be applied. So that is a very simple to understand, unless otherwise, if it is an analytical equation like F is equal to MA, E is equal to MC square, right? So that is almost universally applicable. Okay, analytical equation, dimensional formula, but empirical equation means it will be applied only because it is developed based on some type of a factorial analysis, multiple regression analysis, and so many things. Nowadays we can do a lot of things with artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, so many things to develop some relation so that we can understand the phenomena and utilize it in the similar condition somewhere. That is this much broad definition about the requirement of classification must be sufficient for my beloved students. Now, in that way, Benavsky classification, which was useful, it was tried that to apply in our Indian conditions by our beloved colleague scientists of CMRS long back in 70s, 80s, like. Then it was found that it requires some modifications. And at this stage, I want you to write something more. This is for the underground coal mines for the development workings only, right? Similarly, there was another attempt made for rock mass classification in the slope mass rating. You note down those things we will discuss later, some other time, now, not now. Slope mass rating. That slope mass rating was developed for open cast mines purpose or slope stability purpose by Romana, okay? And later, fortunately, unfortunately, I was a person as a project leader in Ministry Mines. We tried to modify considering 10 mines, you note down 10 mines data in India from south to north, east to west, okay? All types of mines, whether it is a copper, zinc, coal, limestone, manganese, whatever, right? All mines we considered and try to give modified slope mass rating. Okay, that much is sufficient for today for slope mass rating. And here, this rock mass classification system is being used regularly by our academic research, and don't misunderstand by not writing industry here, right? Nowadays, industry people are also equally capable, right? They are empowered. Even DGMS is also identified or given the stature of ascent institution, right? Even like our CMPDI, also industries also. So that words I have not added. Whatever I kept in my course material, I just kept it here. But you continue to write something more. That is the reason why I told you with a pen and paper, be ready. So it can be not limited to academic or research. This is even our industries, CMPDI, Singareni, SCCL, whatever, right? So this is being regularly used. And here we consider 5 parameters, right, in the classification. And then now we can see that ratings, right? Now, who can say what are that 5 parameters? Anybody? Because more than 50% students here, they know what are that 5 parameters. Anybody? Nitesh, Swati? Anybody want to say what are that 5 parameters? Let there be some
Sir.
response, then only I can understand that my voice is clear to you.
Sir.
Very good. No problem.
Sir.
Now, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Sir,
If
strength
somebody
of
is saying, they should say their name first.
Sir Rohit
Because
Kumar,
these
sir,
are
MTech.
written in the diary for their TA marks. Right.
Sir Rohit Kumar, MTech.
Very nice, Rohit.
Sir, first is strength of intact material.
Very
And,
good.
Then RQD, sir.
Very nice.
Joint spacing.
Very good.
Condition of joint and groundwater.
Very good. Okay, right. Right, Rohit. You made a good attempt. Nice. So these are that 5 parameters for those who could not see before, or because in that material whatever I have given, many things are written in that, and some more materials also I will provide. Don't worry. We have so many courses materials we have conducted. I told you, more than 10, 20 times we conducted at different industries and also at NIT Rourkela. Training around 400-500 strata control engineers, I told you. So all that materials I will provide you, provided you have that attentiveness and response. Okay, right. So these are the 5 parameters, as our Rohit said nicely, right? That this is a terminology used in the classification system. What is that? Layer thickness, because there is a logic behind this. Okay, for each parameter. Otherwise, these are not only 5 parameters which are mainly responsible for classification. There are so many other parameters, but just to understand any situation, since we cannot consider all the parameters, right? So they have done a lot of statistical analysis. Okay, so I was also there along with my colleagues when they were making all these, preparing their PhD thesis or papers or whatever, that 1988 even Paul committee report where all these things have come. So we have done so many things, but the reason here is out of so many parameters, 20, 30, 40, 31 or 41, some parameters were considered, they did statistical analysis, right? That's what is the meaning of your research or doing regression analysis, factorial analysis, statistical analysis and all, to find out what are the major influencing parameter. In that way, right? So there can be other parameters which has a less rating or less influence. That is the meaning of this. It doesn't mean only these 5. Okay, right. Now, layer thickness, as our Rohit said nicely, okay, whether there are any in the roof. Okay, now you consider this is our roof strata. This is a gallery down. This is a roof. Okay, in this roof there may be 1 meter coal, or it can be sandstone, another 1 meter clay or a shale, and then the carbonaceous sandstone or the fine grained sandstone. There may be so many layers, and now you should be in a position to understand by each parameter how this is influencing, because ultimately our main importance here is how it is going to affect the stability of this gallery. The gallery, if this is a gallery, then how this is going to get affected, right? So that means what? Suppose if this is a gallery, now this is very easy to explain for me, showing you the wafi in the morning to eat, right? So this is your gallery, and then here there can be 1 meter sandstone, another 0.6 or 60 centimeter coal, another shale, like that, so many layers. Now each layer, depending on its type and then characteristics, is going to have the influence on this wafi, your wafi here. Are you able to see? Yes, wafi, that is your gallery is here. So this roof, right, with different type of layers, so then that thickness, layer thickness also, material may be something, in that material itself, right? So this can be a sandstone with a layers of 10 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 15 centimeter, 20 centimeter. So in that way, this layer thickness itself is having an influence, right? So rock type may be some X, very strong rock, right? But layer thickness is only 1 centimeter, very strong, but only 1 centimeter, but little bit strong, not very strong, right? Then it is 20 centimeter. Obviously, that is going to give more stability than this. So these are the ways how people did a lot of statistical analysis. Then they came out with some type of rating here, right? So the rating here means what? This is chronologically when you see layer thickness is having maximum influence compared to other parameter, right? That's why maximum rating given is 30 for that. So with the same analogy, when you go further, here now you can understand very easily that these structural features, right? Then these structural features can be, right? There can be some joints in between, right? And then some type of slicken sides. Already, this is the reason why, as a part of module 1, initially I explained what are that geological and then structural features and all, right? Then you must have understood nicely at that time. So, because of that structural features, although layer may be same thickness, same material, but if structural features are dominating, right, and that may become more weak, more unstable, right? That parameter they have given 25. So you need not worry for why not it 26, why not 24, or why it is 30, 31, so many things. So many assumptions will be there in that, but this is a general analogy, the way how a PhD or a research or anything is done. Okay, now rock weatherability. Okay, then suppose there can be any layer X, Y, Z with some parameters, all right, and later this must have been affected by this is that atmosphere there itself, right? Or now you read in geology, right? Weathering, right? Weathering, erosion, so many things. With time itself, right? It is exposed to the moisture and so many things, right? So that becomes a little bit more weaker, that material. Even you must have seen any rock which is exposed there, right? Compared to an intact rock which is inside the earth crust. So there is a difference that is already weathered, right? So that parameter is also given lot of importance next to this. Lot means next to that, and that is given rating of 20. Now, coming to the next parameter, strength is given 15. The meaning is here strength implies so many things. Strength, is it a strength of compressive strength or a tensile strength or a shear strength, right? This is a shear strength, tensile strength. तो इसी को पकड़ के आप तो ऐसा खींच रहे हैं, tensile strength or a compressive strength. This is your rock sample, right? Then you are subjecting it to compressive strength, right? So then in general, the strength of the rock is taken as far as this classification is concerned, because there also they considered so many parameters, right? So many in the sense they consider shear strength, they consider compressive strength, then tensile strength, then try to see how this is influencing, right? On the whole, statistical analysis was done. So there, compressive strength of the rock, that was considered as more influencing as far as the total data of 78 mines were there. Okay, so in that way it is given the next rating of maximum 15 for that, and then next to that is groundwater seepage. What is the meaning of this? Groundwater seepage here is now considering all these 4 parameters same in a particular roof, right? Then that roof, if there is a water seepage, right? Obviously that is going to influence, right? And that influence was given a parameter of rating 10. And this is a maximum rating for that parameter. it doesn't mean that layer thickness of 10 centimeter is this and all. So separate analysis was done for that purpose. Okay. So in that way, they have given that can be made available. You can see anywhere. It will give that if the layer thickness is 5 centimeter, then the rating is 20 or 15. If the layer thickness is 30 centimeter or 40 centimeter, then the rating given is 25. If the layer thickness is there is no layer, total 2 meters or 1 layer only is there. It's a massive. Then how much number to be given rating? So that is 30. That is the meaning of this. Okay. So in that way, they try to give, that is a very good geologist, and the same work is being done by one of our beloved, our PhD scholar, senior manager in Mahanadi Coalfields. Our madam is also doing this for their Orient mine, and that mine details also specifically for a panel we will be discussing, so that will be useful for everybody. That's what I wanted to say. And each and every parameter, how it is considered and all, we will discuss, but we will discuss after a small break. Now it is 10:32. Any program, even Mahabharata also will have a small break in between. That is not to bore you, but to inspire you more better. And now here, I am not asking any CEP question now today. Today means till now, I will ask later. And but if you have any doubts, you can ask. Meanwhile, I will take once again your attendance, and then let us spend 1-2 minutes time for your questions, if any. Any queries? Any queries? Don't feel shy to ask any queries. That's why I showed in the initial days of class, starting our semester itself, right? Showing you our one of our beloved former scientists, none other than Einstein sir. ठीक है, Nitesh, you want to say something? Yes.
सर ये CMRI जो क्लासिफिकेशन दिया है, ये सारी माइंस इंडिया की यूज करती है, कुछ ही माइंस यूज करती है?
Very good. Then any other queries? I could see Rohit, Swati, Chakrapani, Virendra, Pawan, Indrajit, Jagadish, Manikanta. Okay. If there are no other queries, Nitesh asked a very good query. It is a very good point, Nitesh, right? So about our CMRI classification. So this is this was implemented in 1988, right? Implemented as a part of everybody should note down, because you should know about this. That's why we appreciate the interest of our Nitesh, and to everybody. He started in 1988, right? When there were a lot of accidents taking place, and people are using different type of support systems. Now there should be some type of norm or a guideline to be developed. That's why at that time there was a, you note down, a PAL committee. PAL committee was formed. He belongs to DGMS at that time, and in that our beloved Professor A.K. Gosap was also a member, and he was working because that was a requirement for the industries. He also gave this topic to one of his scholars for the PhD, right? In that way it started, and then we got some type of confidence. I mean, at that time our scientists and others, DGMS people also got some type of confidence, and they made it as a circular. I think technical circular number 2 or something like that. You can verify it. Technical circular 2, 3 something it may be there. In 1988, they have made a circular mentioning that all these underground coal mines, it is not for metal mine, okay? Underground coal mines, your development workings, because that was implemented. I mean, the Benevsky classification was implemented right? In these mines, in 70, 80 mines, right, from our CMRS side by Dr. N.M. Raju Saab, who was our former colleague scientist, and our Dr. Venkat also, who was another colleague, right? And he added some more mines into that. This is the way how it was developed, and then it made as a mandatory to use rock mass rating developed by this CMRS in all the Indian coal mines as far as development workings are concerned. And in deep learning also, nowadays, you please note down again, see, this was not applicable. It was not applicable for deep learning workings or other workings. But now our another colleague tried to analyze our stress situation, right? Why and all those things at that time, discuss in detail. Now they tried to utilize our Dr. P.R. Shaure's some input into that. He is another our colleague scientist in 80s, 90s. Input of this horizontal stress, vertical stress, the stress ratios and stress resign was considered, and they made another Ministry of Coal S&T project and tried to implement, but I don't say now it is totally implemented in the mines and all, but it is to some extent successfully implemented. That's what is the case for deep learning workings also. Otherwise, for deep learning workings, you please note down, we are using Q classification for design of supports in the slices and then splits, GOF edges and other places. Otherwise, rock mass rating for the development workings, and then of course as a part of it, junctions also will come. So this is the scenario. Are you happy, Nitesh?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now you should make others. I don't mean that those who have not asked, they know everything, but through you, they should appreciate you and they should be grateful to you, especially our MTech students here, those who are not basically mining BTech. Okay. I know that they are not exposed much to these, but few civil engineering students might be exposed to geotechnical rock mass classification. That is fine. So I wish to encourage this type of interactions with the students among yourself and also through our WhatsApp group and mails and here writing, so that we will have exchange of this information. Okay, now any other doubts, or shall we continue? Shall we continue?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Rohit.
Sir, I want to ask that slope mass rating is now also it is used, or it is a substitute of rock mass rating, sir?
So for the time being, the slope mass rating is it is not a substitute or anything. Rock mass rating is there, okay? But when this rock mass rating is modified with some other parameters, including what we did is we included even that orientation of the slope and with respect to the joints, and so many things are influencing there, right? So all those parameters we added, and then rock mass rating is also a part of it, okay? And then slope mass rating was developed, okay? So other details, anyway, we will be discussing when we discuss about the slope mass rating. I think this much is satisfying you, Rohit?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very nice, very good. So now before continuing further, let me show you just for 2-3 minutes, because my beloved students should not get bored with the information from one side, okay? You should also see some beautiful figures, photos in between, right? So since I was talking to you about the weathering, let me also know whether I have shown you this weathering related issues and some course materials before, because this is a workshop materials with along with our Nick Barton, who used to be associated with some of our works long back, 20 years back, when in the Ministry Mines and some other indoor rock conferences and all. So that materials I have, so I wanted to show in between. But in between, I want to utilize only 2-3 minutes just to show you as a break also. Again, break with some knowledge in that, right? So weathering and other effects, when I was talking to you, have I shown you this one anytime? Yes, no? Yes, no?
No.
Very good. Right. So just
No,
for
sir.
1-2 minutes, right? So weathered rock, how it is appearing, right? Because again, this classification when we are going into, whether it is for the Q classification or rock mass rating, whatever, how it appears, at least for the people, you can have a look of this. You see, when it is so much weathered, how it is looking. When the cores are less weathered, how it is looking, right? It is only just to understand, right? And then completely weathered, even a granite also, when it weathers and it is how it looks like. Now you can see some type of after weathering only this is staying like this, okay, right? So now RQD, since we are talking about RQD, of course I was also supposed to show these things to you people as a part of our rock mass classification also, where now RQD and layer thickness, other things, you will also get either by observation at the locations where there are some junction faults, then you will be seeing what happened there. Otherwise, you will be taking borehole coring, and then that cores will appear like this. From here now, this is some sandstone, this is some gabbro, some granite, whatever. That is the way how you will be classifying that. So this is a weathered rock or some type of clay, mud, whatever, then basalt or something else, right? Granite or like that, of different types and with different joints and orientations like that. So now this is, you see, this is almost 100%. RQD is 100%, right? This is, there is no plane in between. So in that way, now for this, for the layer thickness, that rating, you will be giving total 30 maximum. This is what just I wanted to highlight here. Of course, other things I am not showing you now. It need not be, but it is just to make you understand that how these cores look like for those people who have not seen before, right? Of course, these are all in igneous or metamorphic, but in our coal major rocks, mainly it appears something like this, some type of sandstone, coal, all those pieces, right? So this is what just for a few minutes I wanted to show. Now continuing with further our classification system. Now these are the layer thickness. Now you must have seen the layers of different type of rocks from the borehole log. We have a lot of n number of mines, data, core logs, everything with us. Depending on your interest, and those who are doing project, need not be the project of your BTech, MTech, whatever it is. It can be out of the interest also. People can get involved in the projects of ongoing industry problems, which I have given you some example where I was like you. I used to do additional projects with our professors at that time. I mean, the Professor R.D. Singh was my teacher at that time, and Professor Karan Rao from Indian School of Mines. So it depends on your interest, of course, right? That is for those who really interested to contribute to strata control technology, they will do that. Now layer thickness, how it is done. Now one step by step, one parameter wise, we will discuss little bit today in the remaining time. That layer thickness, this is a spacing between the bedding planes, right? Since we are talking about the coal mines, these are all sedimentary rocks, right? Then there is a 10 centimeter layer of sandstone, with it may be coarse grain, fine grained, and then some clay in between, some graphite in between, otherwise another fine grained 20-30 centimeter another layer, and in between another coal of 10 centimeter. Like that, there are so many bedding planes, right, layers, and this should be measured using here there is a borehole stratoscope. So we used to use this type of things. We used to have in our CMRS at that time. Our Professor Sahendaram, if he is available here, he can also share his knowledge something, because I used to tell him whenever he gets time, he can also get involved with our students, so that this is a borehole stratoscope we were using now it is something like very simple. When you insert that inside, it is something like your angiogram and then endoscopy, right? Endoscopy, what you do, you are inserting with a camera, everything is there, inserting inside your whatever is the throat and right, like that. So same thing when you make a borehole, then we are inserting that with a camera, right? And then you are seeing on the screen, or it can be printed, so many things can happen, right? Even a videography can be done. So that now you will be seeing what are the layers and all. Unless there is any fall or there, then this is the way how you can observe what is the type of that rock and other things, right? Or you are also taking the core samples. So stratoscope, that's what is called as a stratoscope, like endoscopy and all like that. And that also will give you there is a 20 centimeter layer coal and then sandstone 40 centimeters, something like that. But up to what height we have to take? That is another $1 billion question here. What is the meaning of that? Whether I should consider up to 20 meter in the roof to design my support, to understand the stability, or up to only 1 meter is sufficient to understand in my gallery, 1 meter in the roof is sufficient to understand the stability. So on this, lot of studies are done again, right? Yeah, universally or internationally, right? And people came to some conclusion or some type of inference, I should say. It cannot be concluded with the nature. So Mother Earth is a broad, right? She is Mother Earth, right? So you cannot just quantify just like that her role. Okay. So now that they try to infer that yes, up to 2 meters is playing a major role, because we have seen so many roof falls, accidents happened up to this much. This is the way how that is decided, and it is decided that up to 2 meter in the immediate roof, what is the characteristics of that rock mass that should be considered and in the design and the classification purpose for designing your strata control measure. That is the meaning of this. Now, alternatively, what can be done? All bedding planes or weak planes within the roof strata can be measured in any roof exposure, as I told you, somewhere if there is a fall. Now you are seeing there itself, right? There is a fall. These are the layers. You are observing qualitatively now itself by seeing like that. Or otherwise, it can be, suppose there are workings. There are workings in one seam. This wave is your seam number 3 and another seam number 4 or 2, whatever. Now there can be an incline connecting these two, cross cut connecting these two. So in this cross cut, already you are seeing what is the roof of this seam. So that is evident. You can see there is 10 centimeter this, 20, 30, 40 centimeter this and all. So that type of places also that there. This is the meaning of this cross measure drifts, or even a shaft section. When there is a shaft, so there also you are seeing what are the different rock mass or the characteristics of that when there is a shaft. Okay, so in that way you can understand what are the bedding planes, and then otherwise core drilling shall be attempted, as I have shown you beautiful photographs already you have seen. So I need not again now you can see here also again. That is the reason why I wanted to show you. So this type of core logs, right? That can be utilized for our purpose to understand what is the type of rock and layer thickness. Wherever feasible, we do that, right? And then it can be used to evaluate the rock quality designation and then the layer thickness, right? And average of 5 values should be taken and layer thickness should be expressed in centimeter. Average of 5 value means here at many places we will be observing randomly. So suppose this is one panel where we are supposed to, I don't know whether our PhD scholar, our madam is there in this. She has done wonderful work as a geologist for her PhD on this rock mass classification and the support designs for our Orient mines, along with our Rishabh and then our Maharshi, MTech scholars. She is coordinating that work nicely as a in charge of geotechnical cell in Mahanadi Coalfields. So if she is there, she can also say something, madam. Right. Now, she is also taking up this course as a part of her PhD. Now, these are the ways how it can be done. And continuing further, structural features, right? But before that, now when you understood that there is about a layer thickness is 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter, 1 meter, whatever, right? So in that case, what is a rating to be given? For that already they have given a very beautiful table. I am not showing here now, okay? But this is available anywhere. You can write in the Google, you will see a lot of things. There, to give a simple example is, suppose if the layer thickness is 10 centimeters, right? Average layer thickness, 10 centimeters. That means somewhere it is 10, somewhere 15, somewhere 5, 8, 12, whatever. And then you are taking the average of it. Then if it is 10 centimeter, then for this rating for 10 centimeter, already they have given by statistical analysis some figure, some rating for that as suppose 15 or 20. Then that is a value we will be taking in that rating here. This layer thickness is 20 for that type of rock. That is the meaning of this. This is the way how we give for one each parameter. Now next parameter now is a structural features, right? So structural features already we discussed at length, showing so many beautiful photographs, video, everything to you, including slick and slide, discontinuous joints. So I need not explain further, but this feature, then the random geological mapping is done, and even a geological map of that district also is prepared, okay, as a part of SCAN, that is a strata control and monitoring plan, as a part of it as per regulation 101 or whatever recent one, or otherwise 108 of previous systematic support rules, whatever in our coal mines regulations. Now it is made mandatory, and especially it is very much required where it is highly geologically disturbed areas, right? So all these things includes discontinuities like joints, faults, slips, other sedimentary features can be cross bedding, sandstone channel, all these things you know very well nicely. Then relative orientation, then spacing, then degree of its occurrence, whatever. There are how many number per meter, there are 20 spacings, right? 20 joints are per meter, and orientation in this direction, in the horizontal direction, vertical direction, and oriented in so many ways. All these features nicely they are supposed to collect that information. That's what is called a geological mapping. Already I have shown you for some mines, including our Vakelpalli mine, where this accident took place, and they are doing investigations for that, and including Orient and other mines I have shown you. We will discuss for more also, but I wish that my students should know how to do that after completing this semester. If I send to any mines, they should be in a position to classify that rock mass and say that, sir, this is rock mass rating of 40, 80, 50, 20. So that they should have that knowledge. That is what is my mission of telling you, my beloved students, right? And already, of course, in that table, this is the way how we give, right, that influence on the gallery stability. Now coming to the next parameter, that is a weatherability. Then here weatherability is now what is ISRM? I have written here ISRM. What is ISRM? Shall I make it as a CEP question then? Only 6 minutes, but CEP question is not only ISRM, what are different standards that you are exposed to till now for testing? Okay, that is your CEP question, right? So here there are some some procedures. Internationally, they adopted some procedures so that if I do any test in India or in our beloved country, Pakistan or China, those who are very good friends for us, so we cannot use a different test in that country and another test in this country, right? So when you want to compare any results, okay, so there should be a standard procedure for testing. That's why internationally there are some standards which were made, okay, that one of our student will be giving their answer in the CEP question for today. What are the different standards? Okay, as for the standard here for the weatherability, fresh samples from the mine are to be collected, and then susceptibility of this rock to weathering failure right? When it is in contact with water, okay? Almost all the mines, now it is 56. For only 1-2 minutes more, I will talk about this and we will stop here, and your CEP answer we will take up, and then summary, be ready for that, right? And in the presence of this any atmospheric moisture and water, what could be the weatherability? That's what is supposed to be studied. For this test, there is about half a kg, right? आधा kilo लेंगे, right? So, but again, that has some sizes, some irregular pieces of sample, and then that is taken, that material, and then most of the students already they conducted it as a part of their 3rd year, 4th year, whatever the course, I mean sessionals, and then we are putting that in the drum and then rotating it in the water for immersed in the water, and then we are rotating that drum with 20 rpm for 10 minutes. And by that time, if it is more susceptible, suppose it is something like a soil material, everything that block, whatever is a boulder it looks like, right, that will become pieces, and then it will come out, right? So that will be zero, no material will be there inside, right? If it is something like a soil or that type of material, right? But if it is very hard, then nothing will come out, so 100% it will remain. Okay, this is the way how it happens in the extreme situations. Otherwise, later what we do is we dry that material and then test it and then weigh it and then see how much percentage is remaining after this, and that is its slake durability index. And when you do this for the first time, we say slake durability first cycle, second time then second cycle. This is the way how they utilize it. So then the mean of this we have to do either 3 tests, 5 tests, so that some average is taken. Now it is 10:57, 58. So we have 1 minute time for your CEP answer and 1 minute for your summary. Now I am coming back, my beloved students, to you. I stopped sharing the slide. Now you can say your CEP answer and any queries, of course. If you have any queries, CEP answer, who is giving? If there is no, don't worry, that is 0 for all. Then next, who is summarizing? Summary. Summary by whom? Because this makes us more attentive. Otherwise, somebody must be just, he might have not got up from his bed. जैसा हमारा मोहित है, वो तो बहुत मेहनत करता है लेकिन सुबह में नहीं उठता है.
Sir, I want to summarize.
Very nice. And then you tell your name. That's because everything is being recorded, right? Your name also is right here. Pardon?
Nitin
Your
Singh,
name?
sir.
क्या नाम है? You can say once again. Name.
Sir, Nitin Singh.
Nitin. Okay, very good, Nitin. Nitin answer summary. Continue.
Sir, today we started the class with the CMRI and ISM rock mass classification, in which we came to know about the different types
If you are
of.
convenient, you can show your face also. If you are convenient, no problem. Otherwise, no problem. Continue.
Sir, which we came to know about the different types of rating and why they are different in different countries. We came to know that, and also the slope mass rating for we came to know that for it is for open cast mining, and then the 5 parameters like layer thickness, which is given the rating of 30, structural features 25, rock weathering 20, strength of roof rock 15, and groundwater seepage 10 rating was given, maximum rating, sir, it was. And sir, in the mean break time, we have seen that different types of cores for the RQD purpose. And sir, we came to know about MRI also. Sir, then we have discussed in details about the layer thickness, structural features, and weatherability today. In layer thickness, we came to know about that it is the spacing between the bedding planes measured using borehole stethoscope. And sir, the borehole is of 2 meters. And sir, in the structural features, we came that it is the random geological mapping, which is done for all the to know about all the geological factors. And sir, it should be done very carefully. And in weatherability, we came to know that ISRM standard slake durability test is done on the fresh samples of the mine to determine the intactness from the water and atmospheric moisture. And sir, how the slake durability test is done, we came to know about that at last.
Very good. Nice. Okay, then all the best. If you have any doubts, use this. Phone also is there with you, WhatsApp group, and those who are not in the group. And I hope everybody has identified their topic, not only topic we have decided, and their titles and working on preparing international journal format papers. If you have any doubts, of course, you can discuss further, putting your doubts to me anytime. You have seen weathering effects, so many things, everything I kept it here. I am taking once again your attendance at the end. Now, with this, take care of COVID-19. Kisko dhanyawad? To your parents. They are leaving guards for you. Take care of them. They are taking care of you, right? And then Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. बाद में क्या बोलना है? After Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Utkal Janani.
Jai Utkal Janani, Jai NIT Rourkela, Jai Strata Control Technology. Okay, then all the best. I am stopping recording now. Okay, then all the best.